Good evening and welcome to the National News Broadcast. We are ready to bring you the top stories from home and around the world. I'm Natalia Veeravathana.
Good evening, I'm Clifford Richards, and before we move on to the headlines, Natalia, yesterday was a very special day for our national television, Rupavahini, because it was the Raigam Telly's 2019, and we were privileged to have bagged two significant awards and also many other awards, and yes, we are really proud about it.
Indeed, Clifford. Yes, we bagged two significant awards, and that being the Best Acclaimed TV Channel of the Year and also Best Teledrama Channel of the Year.
All right, and now we're moving on to the headlines.
A building collapses in Buwelikada, Kandy, resulting in 3 deaths. The Premier states that the small and medium-scale enterprises are the backbone of the country. Rupavahini emerges as the best acclaimed channel of the year and the best acclaimed teledrama channel of the year at the Raigam Telly's 2019. The Cardinal expresses his disappointment on the statement voiced by MP Harin Fernando. 100,000 freehold land titles to be granted for residents of the Mahaveli zones this year. A £10,000 fee to be charged from Britishers who contravene quarantine regulations.
Moving on to the stories in detail. A 5-story building in Buwelikada, Kandy area collapsed today, resulting in 3 deaths, which include the death of a 1.5-month-old infant. Geologist of the Kandy district, Saman Kumar Bogahapitiya, states that irregular construction was the reason for this collapse. Well, this 5-story building situated along the Sangamita Mawata at Buwelikada, Kandy, collapsed around 5 a.m. onto a hotel in the vicinity. The police state that the owner of the building, his wife and 3 children had exited the building around 3 a.m. before the building collapsed. Except for the entrance doorway, the entire structure has reportedly crumbled. The collapsing building in question belonged to a former Basnak Nelame, and the police are recording a statement from him. 5 individuals in the hotel onto which the building collapsed were buried among the debris. The casualties include a couple who operated the hotel, their 1.5-month infant and another 2 women. The police in the area said residents succeeded in rescuing 2 women at the very moment of the incident. Thereafter, the Army, the Kandy Fire and Rescue Team and also the police launched a joint operation to rescue the others. After around 3 hours, they retrieved the 1.5-month-old infant from the debris. However, the child was pronounced dead upon admission to the Kandy National Hospital. The bodies of the infant's parents were retrieved from amongst the debris after a rescue operation that lasted around 9 hours. The Kandy Fire Brigade states that the bodies were found trapped between the concrete pillar and a wall of the collapsed building. The deceased are an attorney at law by the name of Achala Ekanak, aged 30, and her husband Chamila Prasad, aged 35, and their baby girl. Geologist of the Kandy district attached to the National Building Research Institute, Saman Kumar Bogahapitiya, stated that in investigating the matter, it was noted that the ground area of the construction was incapable of holding up the mass of the building, while it was noted that the building was constructed in a valley area. The geologist explained that it is a natural occurrence with the subterranean water to accumulate in such a valley area. And also he further explained that alongside the reason construction carried out not in alignment with ground instability, also a reason for such incidents. He also stated that nevertheless, such construction could have been carried out in a manner in which the construction connects the layers of soil. Geologists pointed out the importance of utilizing the ground for constructions according to a proper plan, and also he noted that constructions go ahead without the approval of the National Building Research Institute and not in accordance with the conditions of the laid down by them.
The national television emerged as the best acclaimed channel of the year and the best acclaimed teledrama channel of the year at the Raigam Telly's 2019 award ceremony held at the Shangri-La Hotel in Colombo last night. The national television bagged 20 awards, including 14 Teledrama Excellence Awards. The awards ceremony was held for the 16th year with Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena as chief guest. Awards were presented under two categories, namely Media Excellence and Teledrama Excellence. The teledrama Sellam Karattaya, which was telecast over Rupavahini, bagged the special award of the jury, which was received by Heshal Naveen for teledrama acting. The special award of the jury for the teledrama acting skill in Veeraya Gedara Avith was received by Akindu Menuja Bandara. The producer of the Vavak Wage Kathak documentary, Sandhya Vithanawasam, received the Special Appraisal Award of the jury. The jury subjected to special appraisal the contribution of Netali Nanayakara for her excellent teledrama acting performance in Veeraya Gedara Avith. The national television secured the recommendatory tri-nominations for the Outstanding Educational Program of the Year. The award was received by Director of Knowledge First Monday, Janaka Sujeeva Jayakodi. The award for the most outstanding single episode teledrama of the year was received by Apararamba teledrama director Santusa Lenage. The most outstanding art direction of the year was awarded to the art director of Sudu Endagena Kalu Evidin, Ajanta Alhakun. Sisi Kirana Paranavithana received the Most Outstanding Camera Direction Award also for the teledrama Sudu Endagena Kalu Evidin. The Most Outstanding Audio Recording Award was received by S. Rajendran for audio recording in Veeraya Gedara Avith, whilst the Most Outstanding Teledrama Editing Award of the year was presented to Jagat Veeratunga for the editing of the same teledrama. This teledrama received another accolade when Gayan Gankadara the award for Most Outstanding Musical Directing in Veeraya Gedara Avith. The excellent teledrama acting skill of Michelle Dilhara was highlighted with the upcoming Teledrama Actress of the Year award presented to her for her featuring in Sudu Endagena Kalu Evidin. The Most Outstanding Supporting Actor of the Year award was received by Kanishka Xavier for his acting in Veeraya Gedara Avith, whilst the Best Supporting Actress award was received by Dinupa Kodagoda, who performed in the same teledrama. The Most Outstanding Teledrama Scriptwriter Award of the Year was received by Namal Jayasinghe for the script of Veeraya Gedara Avith. The Most Popular Actress of the Year award was received by Shalani Tharaka. The Most Popular Actor of the Year award was received by Ravin Kanishka. Veteran Manoj Piris received the Special Accolade Award at the Raigam Tellies for his excellent contribution to the musical field in the country, whilst Leonie Kotalavala also received a Special Accolade Award in recognition of her contribution to the cinema and teledrama industry in the country over several decades. The Pratibha Prabha Honorary Award, which is a once-in-a-lifetime achievement, was received by outstanding senior cinematologist Sumitra Piris for a immeasurable contribution down the avenues of Sri Lankan cinema over many years. The Best Actor Award for 2019 was received by Ananda Kumarge for his excellent acting in Sudu Endagena Kalu Evidin, whilst the Best Actress Award was received by Shalani Tharaka. It is significant to note that after 27 years, both the Best and the Most Popular awards at an award ceremony were received together, this time by Shalani Tharaka. The Most Outstanding Director Award of the Year was received by Ananda Benayaka for the teledrama directing of Veeraya Gedara Avith. Sudu Endagena Kalu Evidin, which diverted the enjoyment of viewers onto a totally new track, bagged the award for the Most Outstanding Teledrama of the Year. Thereby bagging 14 awards under the Teledrama Excellence category, the national television received the accolade for the Best Acclaimed Teledrama Channel of the Year.
යම් නාලිකාවක් විසින් දිනාගත් වැඩිම සම්මාන ගණන වූ සම්මාන 14ක් දිනා ගනිමින් වසරේ සම්මානනීය ටෙලිනාට්‍ය නාලිකාව ලෙස අභිෂේක ලබන්නේ
ජාතියේ නාලිකාව ජාතික රූපවාහිනිය.
ජාතික රූපවාහිනියේ සභාපතිතුමන් වෛද්‍ය නිහාල් ජයතිලක මැතිතුමන් ඒ වගේම අධ්‍යක්ෂ ජෙනරාල් අජිත් නාරගල මැතිතුමන් ප්‍රමුඛ ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ කාර්ය මණ්ඩලය මේ අවස්ථාවේ වේදිකාව මත සම්මානයෙන් පිදුම් ලබනවා.
අපි හොඳ අත්පොළ සන්නාදයක් ලබා දෙමු ජාතික රූපවාහිනියට.
Taking away 20 awards, which is the highest number of awards received by a media channel at the 2019 Raigam Tellies, the national television won the accolade of being the best acclaimed channel of the year. These awards were received by Chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, and Director General Ajit Naragala, together with the senior management of Rupavahini.
යලිත් වතාවක් ජාතික රූපවාහිනිය ජාතික නාලිකාව
ජාතික රූපවාහිනිය.
රයිගම් ටෙලිස් 2019 සම්මානවලේ වසරේ සම්මානනීය ටෙලිනාට්‍ය නාලිකාව වගේම
Rupavahini, which has produced excellent telecreations for the entertainment and enjoyment of viewers, once again was in the limelight, grabbing the attention of all present at the 2019 Raigam Tellies.
Something that changes your life story. Litro Gas.
And continuing with more local stories. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, addressing the Small and Medium Scale Enterprises Development Forum 2020, stated that small and medium scale enterprises are the backbone of the country. The forum was held at the Magam Ruhunupura International Conference Centre at Hambantota. Well, at this ceremony, the COVID-19 SME proposals were presented to the Premier by Chairman of the Certified Institution of Management Accountants and Coordinator of the Small and Medium Scale Enterprises Development Committee, Professor Lakshman R. Watawala. The proposal includes several suggestions such as the establishment of a loan guarantor institute and granting of tax income concessions, labour law amendments and the establishment of an institution for exportation. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa noted that the small and medium-scale enterprises contribute to 52% of the gross national production, whilst 45% of the overall employment is provided by this sector. The Premier expressed his pleasure at being able to set aside a sum of 133 billion rupees to uplift businesses adversely affected by the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, whilst concessionary interest rates for loans were introduced within the recent short period. He also stated that though the loan guarantee scheme steps were taken to uplift small and medium-scale enterprises by facilitating their financial capital requirements. The Premier noting that the exports from the SME sector total up to 30% in the global market, pointed out that Sri Lanka's SME sector contributes to 5%. Therefore, the contribution needs to be enhanced through the support extended by the government. The Premier extended his good wishes on the creation of an exportation house with regard to exporting SME products. He said that as a government, they will fulfill the responsibility of supporting the endeavour in order to earn foreign exchange to the country. He also commended the proposal on establishing a lending guarantor institute. He expressed confidence that holding this forum in other districts as well as many others will be beneficial to the small and medium scale enterprises and the economy.
සංදේශය පිළිබඳවද අපි අත් වශයෙන්ම සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා. මම සම්මන්ත්‍රණය අනෙකුත් දිස්ත්‍රික්කවලත් පැවැත්වීමට හැකි වනු ඇතයි මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Well, this forum was attended by Ministers Chamal Rajapaksa, Mahinda Amarveera, Vimal Weerawansa and State Ministers Ajit Niwad Kabral and D.B. Chanaka and Parliamentarian Dr. Upul Galapatti.
The draft of the proposed 20th Amendment is due to be entered into the Order of Book of Parliament on Tuesday, the 22nd of September 2020. Speaking to Rupavahini, Parliamentary General Secretary Dhammika Dasanayake said that the relevant proceedings are underway. With the draft entered into the order book of Parliament, the first reading of the draft bill takes place in Parliament. Thereby, should any party wish to file legal action against the draft bill, a period of 7 days is guaranteed, or rather granted, to facilitate the process. In the event that proposed bill is challenged in court, the verdict needs to be pronounced within a maximum of 3 weeks. The draft bill on the 20th Amendment will only then be taken up for the second reading in Parliament and for committee stage discussions. After the committee stage, which is the third reading stage of the bill, a vote is taken. The 20th Amendment becomes enforceable after the Speaker gives his assent to the bill. Time to take a look at the situation of the global pandemic right now. More than 31 million people around the world have been diagnosed with the novel coronavirus, and the global death toll has increased up to almost 962,000, while 22.6 million people have recovered from the disease. Meanwhile, Brazil and Argentina have joined together on a global alliance seeking to pool the purchase of and distribution of future COVID-19 vaccines. Peru announced the country has signed a deal giving the country access to 12 million doses of coronavirus vaccine through the COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access Facility, a scheme for pooled purchase and distribution of future vaccines. Argentina has requested for more time to prepare the required paperwork, though the country is expected to sign its commitment to the vaccine mechanism led by the World Health Organization on next Wednesday. The Brazilian government, in a statement last week, has announced that the country will sign up for COVAX after negotiations with GAVI, the Vaccine Alliance, which is the COVAX Secretariat. Meanwhile, Brazil has recorded over 33,000 additional confirmed cases of the novel coronavirus in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number of cases to more than 4.5 million. Brazil also reported 739 additional deaths for a total death toll of more than 136,000, the second highest in the world, next only to the US. India reported more than 92,000 new infections in the last 24 hours, raising the total number of cases to 5.4 million, second only to the US. India also reported 1,113 new deaths, taking the death toll to 86,752. Italy reported another 1,638 new cases of coronavirus, bringing the number of cases to more 297,000. Italy also added 24 deaths, with the total of toll rising to 35,692, the second highest in Europe next to the UK. Meanwhile, people in England who refuse to self-isolate to stop the spread of coronavirus could face fines of up to £10,000 under tough new regulations announced yesterday to tackle a surge in cases. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said this week that Britain was seeing a second wave of COVID-19 and introduced new restrictions for millions of people across northwest, northern and central England. Almost 42,000 people who have tested positive for COVID-19 have died in Britain, the worst death count from the pandemic in Europe. In the meantime, the World Health Organization has endorsed a protocol for testing African herbal medicines as potential treatments for the coronavirus and other epidemics. WHO and 2 other organizations have endorsed a protocol for Phase 3 clinical trials of herbal medicine for COVID-19, as well as a charter and terms of reference for the establishment of a data and safety monitoring board for herbal medicine clinical trials.
And coming back to local stories, we are now moving on to our segment Red Light. Today, the Red Light will feature and focus on the Pahala Puliyankulama Community Water Supply Project in Kaluara Gaswava. This Pahala Puliyankulama area in Kaluara Gaswava and this Milashoka water project was built in the year 2017 as a solution for the drinking water issue faced by over 350 families residing in the area. However, the residents of the area have faced many more issues and concerns since the construction of this project is yet to be completed. It is unfortunate that the officials have failed to take necessary steps, though many residents in the area have become patients with chronic kidney diseases. The red light is for the State Minister of Rural and also Regional Drinking Water Supply Project Development. Well, we have more local stories coming up after a short commercial break.
Welcome back, and we are with more local stories for you. State Minister Siripala Gamlat says that the government expects to award 100,000 freehold land titles for families in the Mahaweli area this year. Joining in the mobile services organised in the Mahaweli zone, the minister further stated that an extensive program has been initiated to speedily resolve land disputes in the Mahaweli area and confirm land ownership. The initiative to resolve land disputes in the Mahaweli area has been launched upon the guidance of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The State Minister said that residents in the Mahaweli area have faced many difficulties over 3 decades due to land issues. The mobile service was organised to address issues faced by the residents of the Mahaweli C and B zones. 330,000 farmer families are resident in the 10 Mahaweli zones. However, only 230,000 families have been granted land title deeds or licenses. The Western Provincial Anti-Corruption Unit has arrested a suspect Mohammad Mahideen Farooq alias Barrel Ranji along with heroin in his possession during a raid conducted today. The arrest was made during a raid carried out at 185 area in Grand Pass. 7 grams of heroin, 12 mobile phones and several other contrabands were seized by the police during the raid. The police have also arrested 4 other suspects during a search carried out at the residence of the suspect. The police have also seized 65 milligrams of heroin in possession of 2 suspects during the arrest. Two suspects have been taken into custody in Poranua, Kahavita area along with illegal alcohol in their possession. The police seized 1,875 millilitres of Goda, 6 bottles of illegal alcohol and equipment used for the production of illegal alcohol. The police have also seized 1 revolver, 2 swords, 5 live ammunitions, 40-56 firearms and a knife. Another suspect has been taken into custody along with 11.8 grams of brown sugar illegal narcotics. The police have identified the suspect as an associate of heroin drug smuggler Kudu Roshan. The police have seized a sum of more than 50,000 rupees worth cash in his possession during the arrest.
Reading enthusiasts of all ages living across the country are gathering at the Colombo International Book Fair even today as well. The Colombo International Book Fair, organized by the Book Publishers Association, is taking place for the 22nd occasion under strict COVID-19 health guidelines. The book fair will be held until September 27th and will be opened from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It is significant that this event brings all readers, writers and publishers across the country to one location. The National Television is the official media sponsor of this year's book fair.
We are here at the BMICH and this is the 3rd day of the Colombo International Book Fair. This time, the book fair proceeds with the global coronavirus pandemic and strictly safety measures are implemented by the organizers. So the book fair will continue till the 27th of this month and the doors will be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The organizers warmly welcome you to take part of this event and make it a golden chance to find a book to read. So for preschool children, for school students, university students, higher educational students, and even if you are a professional, you can find your own book to read.
Archbishop His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit expresses disappointment on the statement made by parliamentarian Harin Fernando before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry probing the Easter Sunday attacks. The Archdiocese of Colombo, issuing a release today, stated that the entire Catholic clergy are shocked and disturbed by the statement. On the 16th of this month, parliamentarian Harin Fernando testified before the Presidential Commission of Inquiry probing the Easter Sunday attacks, stating that the Archbishop had not held morning mass on the fatal Sunday at a prestigious church. The parliamentarian alleged that the cardinal had not held mass due to being aware of the impending attack beforehand. Thereafter, the parliamentarian had reportedly said that the statement he voiced was based on a supposition and is baseless. The Archdiocese of Colombo, issuing a release today, stated that the statement is a false and unjustifiable allegation levelled at the Archbishop, and therefore they voice their vehement opposition. The release points out that His Eminence held the vigil service and mass on the previous day, which was Saturday the 20th of April last year at Lucia's Cathedral, Cartagena, and on the following day, which was Sunday the 21st of April last year, His Eminence held mass at the Archbishop's house as well. The release further states that His Eminence received the news of the blast at St. Anthony's Shrine after concluding Easter Sunday Mass and retiring to his chamber. The release adds that upon receiving the news, His Eminence headed for St. Anthony's Shrine, Kochikade, with his auxiliary bishop, Most Reverend Dr. J.D. Anthony. The release thereby emphasizes that the low-down imaginary statement implicating His Eminence with the attacks voiced by MP Harin Fernando to justify himself is totally false. The Archbishop's house emphasizes that neither the Cardinal or the Bishop or any other member of the Catholic clergy were aware of the impending attacks. The release further states that they believe that the Presidential Commission of Inquiry probing the Easter Sunday attacks will proceed with dedication to ensure that justice is meted out to the victims who lost their lives and were parliamentary or rather permanently named by the brutal attacks. The release further expresses confidence that the law will be implemented against those responsible in the political hierarchy, the state administration service and the intelligence units who grossly neglected their responsibilities, paving the way for the terrorists who unleashed this brutal crime to group into a terrorist outfit.